Welcome to NeoTech-Lens, your ultimate destination for the latest updates on cutting-edge technology, AI innovations, futuristic gadgets, and everything shaping the tech-driven world.
Based on all the reports and predictions we've been seeing.
Sounds ambitious.
It is. We've got a lot of ground to cover.
Yeah.
AI advancements are definitely top of mind.
Of course.
Quantum computing is another area that's really starting to heat up.
A lot of potential there.
Absolutely. And we'll also touch on some other emerging technologies that are worth keeping an eye on.
Brain-computer interfaces, renewable energy, the metaverse, that sort of thing.
Exactly. So the mission here is to distill all this information into something digestible.
Right, because it can be overwhelming.
Definitely. We want to make sure our listeners come away with the key insights without feeling like they need a PhD in computer science.
I like that approach.
So let's start with AI. It's everywhere these days, right?
It really is.
We're all interacting with it in some way or another.
Whether we realize it or not.
But, when you talk about AI in 2025, it's not just about chatbots or simple automation anymore.
No, it's evolving rapidly.
So what's different? What's changing?
Well, one of the most striking things is the quality of AI-generated content. It's getting incredibly close to human-level output.
Really?
Yeah, in some cases, it's becoming hard to tell the difference. For example, let's look at training simulations for surgeons and pilots, things like that.
Okay.
By 2025, we're seeing AI creating these really complex interactive scenarios.
That's pretty wild.
It is, and it's not just about making the simulations look realistic.
So what else is there?
The AI can actually adapt to the trainee's performance, provide feedback in real time, even create unexpected challenges to really push their skills.
That's impressive.
And some studies are showing that this kind of AI-powered training is leading to significant improvements in performance and a reduction in errors.
So it's actually having a real-world impact.
It is. It's not just hypothetical anymore.
That's amazing. And it's not just about practical applications either.
Right. No AI is starting to make its mark in creative fields as well.
I've heard a bit about this.
Yeah, we've seen things like Hollywood using AI to de-age actors.
That's been going on for a while.
It has, but it's becoming even more sophisticated. But what's really interesting is how artists are starting to collaborate with AI to create completely new forms of expression.
Like what?
Well, in music, for instance, there are these symbiotic compositions where human musicians are working with AI algorithms to explore new sonic territories.
It's interesting.
It really is. You get these really unique pieces that wouldn't have been possible without that collaboration between human creativity and AI's computational power.
So AI is kind of like a muse in a way.
You could say that it's pushing the boundaries of what's possible in art and music.
It does make you think about what creativity really means.
Exactly. It's a fascinating area to watch.
It is now, of course, all this talk about AI's capabilities leads to the inevitable question about jobs.
Right. The big one.
Are we headed for a future where robots take over everything?
Well, it's a valid concern and something that's definitely being debated.
It's hard not to worry about it.
I understand that, but the picture is more nuanced than just mass unemployment.
Okay, so it's not all doom and gloom.
Not necessarily. While some jobs will definitely be automated, the same advancements in AI are also creating entirely new job categories.
So it's kind of a trade-off.
In a way, for example, you have AI ethics consultants. These are people who help companies navigate the ethical challenges of using AI responsibly. And then you have AI trainers. These are specialists who work on refining and improving AI models, making sure they're accurate and unbiased.
Okay, so those are new roles that are emerging.
Exactly. And then there's the whole field of prompt engineering, which is basically about knowing how to communicate effectively with AI to get the results you want.
So it's like learning a new language.
In a sense, it's about understanding how to give AI the right instructions to accomplish specific tasks.
It sounds like the key takeaway here is adaptability.
Definitely lifelong learning and the willingness to embrace new skills are going to be essential in the future job market.
Makes sense. All right, let's shift gears a bit and talk about quantum computing.
Yes, another game changer.
It still feels like something out of science fiction to me.
I know it can be hard to wrap your head around.
Can you give us a simple explanation of what makes it so different from traditional computing?
Sure. So imagine this: traditional computers use bits, which can be either 0 or 1.
I think I remember that from computer science class.
Right. But quantum computers use qubits, which can be both 0 and 1 at the same time.
Wait. How is that possible?
It's because of quantum mechanics, a whole different set of rules that govern the behavior of particles at the atomic and subatomic level.
Okay, I'm not going to pretend I understand quantum mechanics.
Fair enough. But the important thing is that this property called superposition allows qubits to store and process information in a way that's exponentially more powerful than bits.
So we're talking about a huge leap in computing power.
Exactly, especially for certain types of problems.
Like what?
Well, one area where quantum computing could have a massive impact is cryptography.
Okay.
Right now, encryption algorithms rely on the fact that it's very difficult for classical computers to factor large numbers. But quantum computers could potentially crack those codes in a fraction of the time.
So our online security could be at risk.
It's a possibility, which is why there's a lot of research going into developing new quantum-resistant encryption methods.
That makes sense.
But it's not all about breaking codes.
What else can it do?
Quantum computing has the potential to revolutionize fields like drug discovery and material science by allowing us to simulate complex molecular interactions at a level of detail that's currently impossible.
That's pretty mind-blowing.
It is, and we could see much more accurate climate modeling, which could help us better understand and address climate change.
Wow, the possibilities seem endless.
They really do, and one of the reports we looked at mentioned a recent breakthrough.
Oh yeah, what was that?
A quantum algorithm was able to solve a problem in minutes that would have taken a classical supercomputer thousands of years.
Seriously?
That's the kind of speed difference we're talking about.
That's incredible.
It is, but it's important to note that quantum computing is still in its early stages.
Right, it's not like we're all going to have quantum computers on our desks next year.
No, the technology is still facing some significant challenges, especially when it comes to building stable and reliable quantum computers.
So it's a long-term game.
Definitely, but the progress is happening and the potential is there.
Okay, so we've talked about AI, we've talked about quantum computing.
Two of the big ones.
What other emerging technologies should we be keeping an eye on as we head toward 2025?
Well, one area that's really starting to capture the imagination is brain-computer interfaces, or BCIs.
I've heard a bit about this. Elon Musk's Neuralink company is working on it, right?
They're actually implanting chips in people's brains.
Whoa, that's pretty wild.
The idea is to create a direct link between the human brain and computers.
So like we could control things with our thoughts.
That's the ultimate goal in the near term. The focus is on medical applications.
Like what?
Well, for people with paralysis, for example, BCIs could allow them to control prosthetic limbs with their minds or to communicate more easily.
That'd be life-changing.
It would, and there are also some promising results in using BCIs to help people with sensory impairments regain some of their lost senses.
It's amazing to think about the possibility.
It is, and this is an area where we could see some pretty significant breakthroughs by 2025.
Definitely one to watch. All right. What else is on the horizon?
Renewable energy technology is another area that's advancing rapidly.
Yeah, solar panels are getting more efficient all the time.
They are, and they're also becoming smarter, able to adapt to changing light conditions and optimize energy capture.
Interesting.
But perhaps even more important is the progress in battery storage technology.
Because you need somewhere to put all that clean energy.
Exactly, and we're seeing huge improvements in battery density and cost effectiveness.
So it's becoming more feasible to rely on renewable energy sources.
It is, and that's a big deal for addressing climate change.
Absolutely. Okay, finally, let's talk about the metaverse.
Ah, yes, the virtual world that everyone was talking about a while back.
It seems like the hype has died down a bit.
It has, but the development is still going strong.
So what's the current state of the metaverse?
Well, it's less about a single unified metaverse and more about the convergence of different technologies like virtual reality, augmented reality, and AI-driven virtual environments.
Okay.
These technologies are finding applications in various fields like professional training, remote collaboration, and entertainment.
So it's not just about gaming anymore.
No, it's becoming more integrated into our lives in different ways.
That makes sense.
And we can expect to see further advancements in these immersive technologies by 2025.
Okay, so let's do a quick recap of our deep dive into the tech landscape of 2025.
Sounds good.
We've talked about AI and its growing capabilities, not just in automation, but also in creative fields and scientific research. And we've discussed the transformative potential of quantum computing, even though it's still in its early stages.
A lot to look forward to there.
Definitely. We've also touched on brain-computer interfaces, renewable energy, and the evolution of the metaverse.
It's an exciting time to be following technology.
It really is. So much is happening so fast.
Absolutely.
Now, we talked about the Turing Test earlier, that benchmark for AI's ability to mimic human conversation.
Right, the classic test.
But given all the advancements we've discussed today, like AI generating content that's almost indistinguishable from human work, and the potential for direct brain-machine communication, I'm wondering what might be the next big test for AI.
That's a great question.
What do you think?
Well, maybe it's not about imitation anymore.
What do you mean?
Maybe the next level is about genuine innovation. Can AI not just replicate human intelligence, but actually surpass it, come up with new ideas and solutions that we haven't even thought of?
Wow, that would be a game changer.
Oh. It would mean that AI is no longer just a tool, but a true partner in pushing the boundaries of what's possible.
That's a fascinating thought to leave our listeners with.
I hope it sparks some interesting conversations.
I'm sure it will. Thanks for joining me on this deep dive.
It's been a pleasure, as always.
Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring the ever-evolving world of technology.
Absolutely. The future is full of possibilities.
Love
That it is.
exploring the world of technology and AI? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to NeoTech-Lens for more insightful and exciting content. Hit the bell icon to stay updated with our latest tech and AI innovations. Your support fuels our journey into the future of technology.